guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we are back with you with Vinland Saga! Episode 15, first season.
Yes, last episode we met a Christian family in Mercia who, they were enjoying their supper together. A lot of children. They did not have much, but they did have bad luck, and they so happened to be on the path of Askeladd's group while they crossed Mercia. And there was a big storm, and Askeladd needed to feed his people and keep them hidden from the cold and the snow. So he stopped at the village, gathered everyone but one little girl who so happened to be outside because she stole a ring, and she was just wondering like if she was gonna go to hell because of this, and she was all torn up over this, and she saw them massacre her entire family. It was really, really sad, really, really harsh. At the end, she thought that maybe God had made her steal the ring to save her from that faith. It was different. A very dark episode. I mean, it's dark overall in this show, but this one was something else.
We got directly a parallel between what happened with Thorfinn and that girl. Because that girl lost our entire family, our entire village, and she still find peace at the end of it.
Oh yeah, okay, parallel, you mean contrast with that?
Yeah, a contrast.
Sort of. Yeah, well, Thorfinn did not take it the same way. It's different for him, but yeah. So this is where we are. Let's jump in this episode. I don't know if we'll see that girl again, but who knows? Let's see what they have in store for us. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright guys, let's go!
No. You don't have much faith? He just wrote him off as dead.
クヌート王子の救出を試み、トロケル軍と交戦。王子殿下の消息も途絶えました。壊れておるのではないか。は、その後2日間、殿下とおぼしき姿は
Because he doesn't have him.
止められずっておるやもしれんが、助けを送るとしても春まで待たねばならん。王陛下におかれました。
No.
クヌートがもしハラルドを上回る器量を持ち合わせていたならば、行方知れずになど。
Bitch. He's a child, he's surrounded by enemy. You just brought him to the battlefield like he has no experience. Ugh. Prove him wrong, Canute. I have faith in you.
Winter is he and winter is a bitch.
Oh, 雪が降る。
Slunging.
After YULE.
凍らせるのか。
Poor little me. I love him.
焼き豚と煮豚、どっちか。両方。おいおい、あそこで王子に逃げられたのは痛かったな。
He just gave up on trying to find them.
使い道はあったんだよな。新王朝旗揚げとかよ。だけでも効き目あるぜ。
みこしの担ぎ手ならちょっとした勢力になりそうだな。
だろう。イングランド軍にくれてやってもよかったな。
困った人だな。
Look at that.
そうやってまた火種を探す。
He's hungry for fights.
俺たちは戦士だぜ。戦士は戦場にいてこそ戦士だ。
ちと悪い噂を聞いたぜ。ウェセックスの賢人会議でな、ブレトワルダとして認められる
You
ぜ。
got Wessex.
デンマークがイングランドを飲み込むんだ。王権を捨ててでも戦争を終わらせたいらしい。
悪い予感ってのはどうしてこう当たるのか。
玉砕覚悟でスベン王軍に勝ち込むかい。
At least it'll be fun.
負けるのは大嫌いだ。
He picked the English because they were losing, but now they actually lost and he's pissed.
つまんねえな。異常はねえか、耳を。
雪が音を吸うんだ。聞き取れる範囲が狭くなる。
見張りをばらまくよりはマシだ。
あいつらをなんとかしろよ。から見ても農民には見えねえぞ。
修道士たちか。
許したまえ。あいつらなんかあるたびに許しを。
Well, you just massacred a bunch of Christians. How do you think they'll feel? Although I guess if a bunch of Vikings get killed, you just, you drink in their honor and you move on, but...
魂をお救いください。私どもの罪を。
他人のために祈ってる場合かよ、てめえら。
In your own way, dude, you still think of your dad who died years ago, so...
耳に届いているのでしょうか。我らの父よ、悪しき者も等しく愛されるというのなら、何のために無力な私たちよ、父よ。私の声はあなたの耳に届いている。
Starting to question?
私はあなたの愛を疑っています。
やめよ。
It's giving me Athelstan's vibe.
疑うだと
Because he's not there, man. It's tough to follow blindly.
そなたそれでもキリスト教徒か我らが父の愛を疑うことなどあってはならぬ我が子を愛おしく思わぬ父親など
Thorfinn would know about that.
殿下
He says that though after we saw his father.
What about your father on this sort?
Maybe that's why he needs to believe in God, because he doesn't have people here in the now in his vicinity that
Yeah.
care.
マジか
セバーン川上流の市町村を占領している
Oh shit.
生き残った村民の話によ
She got she got here.
100から
Oh, girl.
200名とどろくトルケル閣下にもぜひ
回路と見せかけて陸路でゲインズ払え休息中ってとこか
You got your fight, man.
18か
Askeladd.
トルフィン
Those take care of
全員よこせ進軍用意
Well, to be fair, like Askeladd is good, but he's obsessed with Thorfinn, and Canute means potential future fights.
面白いぞこの結果まだまだ楽しめるかもな
Depends on who wins. If they get Canute, yeah. Although his father seems willing to just write him off as dead, so I don't know. You show up with them, he kind of has to react, right?
さあな林伝いに東へ包囲線を伸ばしてる
Beautiful picture, guys.
出発それはまだ2台しかできてねえ昨日3台目にかかったとこだなら夜までに仕上げろイングランド軍にここがバレたえバレた
Oh shit.
Work faster.
急がねと脱出の機会を失う分かったらちゃちゃっとやれああ分かった
Don't need to make it beautiful.
Just functional.
Yeah.
なんでバレたか知りてえ了解あっと待てビョランいい機会だついでにあれやるぞやばいんじゃねえかイングランドの兵隊は弱いからなそうでなくて月の話さドカ雪に続いてこれだ
They did, well, I mean, not them, but Ragnar did say he had run out of luck.
初めてだぜ
You don't need them to start questioning you, even though he hates them.
おおうまそうなウサギだな一人で食うのか焼くのか
だったらなんだよ
野菜と一緒に
You're a
煮込
friend
め
of Canute, why don't you join?
スープにしてやろう
I want to eat it rare. Thank you very much.
俺の飯をどう食おうが俺の勝手だ
かまどを借りるんじゃろおれおい
He never meddled with everyone else, so he'd have to find his own food. He'd provide for himself. And
Yeah.
They'll force you to socialize. Friends.
血を抜いて内臓を洗っておけ
He's much more open now. I like this. Whether it's like being mad at the monk or just being just friendly with Thorfinn, I like this. He can
粗
cook.
末な食材の割にはなかなか
Perfect housewife.
塩漬け肉には空いていた
Home cooked meal doesn't feel good. Yeah, it's been a while.
貴族ってのは食うばかりだと思ってたぜ普段は作らぬしラグナルの他は誰も知らぬ別に悪かねえ
Yeah,
だ
it wouldn't be fitting for a noble.
昔にタラの料理を作った時な父親陛下に持っていったことがあるだが陛下は激しくお怒りになった王の子が卑しき奴隷の真似事をするな
It's about being able to provide for yourself. I think it's an admirable
料理な
skill.
どせぬことになっている王の子にはこんな技など必要ないのだ
Now you're stuck alone and you can manage. This is good.
お忙しかったのでしょ
You know your father was being a piece of shit.
鶏料理でも作ってお持ちしましょうきっと喜んでくださいます
He knows. There's no point.
ラグナ
Hee
伝令だ伝令
It was right there.
敵に見つかったっす戦闘がおっ始まりました何なぜバレた
She left someone alive.
なんということだ皆殺しにしてまでイングランド兵を蹴散らしたら引き返せといやダービースこの後に及んで
He's stubborn like that.
進むと抜かすか今すぐだ
His men are already doubting his plans. He's not gonna backtrack.
Backstrap, change his mind. Nope.
己の月の有無を見定め
His
られ
I
て
mean, they did say they wanted to do some sort of plan. I hope it's not a plan, like to get rid of him.
Oh, don't say that.
おい
I already think that he's gonna die because of the intro.
あっちから聞こえるぞ。
Yeah.
と気づいたか。
Oh shit.
鈍いなあんた。貴様ら何を。
Oh no.
No.
Take away Canute's protector. Fuck. Ah.
すまねえな。アシュラットの命令なんだ。
Bitch.
No, it isn't.
Maybe he did say they wanted to do the plan, what they've been thinking about.
アシェラットをここへ呼び。
俺が聞くぜ。話せよ。
Oh, he wants to talk to him.
直接話せ。
They keep mocking him how like he's not a Viking anymore. He might need to show a bit of before he dies.
Askeladd, man, your plan. What the fuck, man?
He's backstabbing his own men. What do you
I
expect?
know. I know.
あの腰抜け王子をよくぞ今日まで生かしてくださった。そして貴殿の死が促すでしょう。私が引き継ぎます。イングランド兵に殺された貴殿の代わりにね。貴様の神に誓い、わしの後を引き継ぎ、何があろうとお守りすると。クヌート殿下を
He
お守
wants to
り
use
し、
him. He needs
戦士
him.
ラグラルの意義ある死に報い。口をしや殿下を託そうとは。ゲインズバラに着く前に心構えを。帝臣たちは今デンマーク王の座をめぐって二派に分かれておる。クヌート殿下は一方の派閥のクヌート様の兄君のハラルド様だ。
The better brother, I guess.
そして王陛下は国の分裂を恐れたのだろう。決断を内心に下された。
You think he sent his son to be killed?
かのうち
I think he
ど
did.
ちらかを殺そうとこたび王陛下が殿下を戦場へ
That's why.
戦死させる
Now it
ため
makes a
だ。
lot more sense.
Someone who doesn't know how to fight, what to do in enemy territory. Yeah, of course he did for that.
今や
His own fucking
父
father.
上のすべん王陛下
How do you feel about that?
命しろ。もはやそれしかない。ゲインズバレでわしの弟がつけていて。
But no, the plan needs for Canute to become king, so I guess we're gonna fight this fight. He needs Canute to be king.
We're gonna have to kill Canute's brother.
I think
Errol.
so.
最後に一目でいい。一目でかい。お別れや。
Yeah, well,
ダメだ。
can't risk him saying anything. Aww.
殿下、戦が終わったら一緒に鶏料理でも。
You know what, man?
He was his father.
Yep.
王陛下もください。
He protected him the way he knew how. He kept it all, you
For
know,
himself.
hidden from him, protected him. Ah, these episodes are too short. You went to Valhalla, man. I'm saying it. Well, I mean, no, he's Christian. You went to heaven, man. I'm saying it.
Do you think that maybe a part of him was still believing in the Vikings god? It's
No, I
good.
think
He
he
was
truly-
reaching for his sword during his death also.
Oh, maybe. Oh, that's true. Oh, maybe.
Just in case.
just
Just in case.
Ah, it's
Okay.
bullshit.
It's interesting that we compare Ragnar to the role of a father figure.
It's
for
not.
Canute.
It's not interesting or anything.
No,
I
no,
think it's
no.
exactly what he was.
It is exactly what it was because he thought of Canute as what
He took over as his father
took
figure.
over his father figures.
Made him. He
But-
raised him.
Askeladd told Ragnar that his death will change Canute for something else. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse, but
Well, just
hopefully
like-
for the better. Gonna make him
Tougher.
tougher, help him become a man, just like Thorfinn losing his own
Yeah.
father changed him for the worse
It's-
or for the better, and help him change to become tougher
It's still a bullshit
and
way.
become a man.
Still bullshit way to do this.
We're gonna see what's gonna happen with both mentality because we got Thorfinn who is seeking, focusing on his revenge path.
It's not the same. Like Thorfinn was way younger and he was right there, and technically it
way
was
younger, yeah.
to protect him that his dad died, and it broke a lot of like his stories that he would give himself and his dreams of becoming a Viking. Like the circumstances were different, and Canute has already like he's older and he's already gone through so much. What I really don't like, and I mean to be fair, this, we could have seen it coming from a mile away, considering what the plan is for Askeladd. If he wants to get close to Canute, if he wants to manipulate, control Canute in the right direction for him in Wales, he needed to separate him from the person who had the most influence on him, and that was Ragnar. He did not know what was going on back home, back at Canute's home, had no idea that his father sent him to the battlefield to die, which makes a lot of sense too, because I was also wondering in the beginning why he would send him there. It was stupid, like you leave him. I guess I understand to a certain point the whole you need to prove yourself, you need to, to learn and
got experience.
Yeah, experience is important, but he had no background, no knowledge of this, and he's not the firstborn, so I was a bit confused with the whole proof that you deserve the throne, when I'm like, he's not technically supposed to inherit the throne, so what is this? Now it makes sense. The country is kind of divided. I don't know why they would be divided that much. What did you see in Canute that you don't see in Harold? Like, we don't know Harold, we don't know how he is. Maybe it has something to do with religion. Like, maybe Harold is more... I don't know when they converted. Like, maybe Canute's father's vein converted and Canute took to Christianity, so people that really follow the Christian religion follow Canute, and Harold could have converted, but he's way more like the old ways. Maybe he likes that more. Maybe he's more Viking, and the people that prefer that would follow him. I don't know. This could be a way to divide the country. But obviously, Harold is not the perfect choice if the country is divided. Because if he was good, he'd be the firstborn, so the crown would go to him. That would not matter that Canute was around. So he gave them a reason to choose Canute over him. So I don't know if I want to meet Harold, but we're definitely going to have to face him, because the king is not going to choose Canute. The king sent him there to die.
Yeah.
So Askeladd needs Canute on the throne, and he needs to get close to Canute. So getting rid of Ragnar was the first step. To say it was the English and stuff, that's a way to kind of further maybe the hatred for the English.
I'm the only one on your side that could help you right now, so you need to trust me to survive.
Well, I mean, it's a way to isolate him from anyone that he knows. You keep him in your little group. You make him hate the English, which they are at war, and technically now they've won Wessex and someplace else. I don't remember what they said, but they've won a part of the English territory, and they're gonna keep moving. Like, it's not over. It's a sure win, but if Canute becomes in charge, he needs to, be strong enough, and he needs to be severe enough to keep that kingdom whole. And he cannot be weak, he cannot give back to the English, he cannot allow any of that. So he needs to be strong, but he also needs to be close to Askeladd. So getting rid of Ragnar is good. Fueling his hatred, making him change perhaps a bit like Thorfinn is also good. But now we also need to go back home and either kill Harold or kill Harold and the king.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
But the king, at the beginning of the episode, when he was really quick to write him off as dead, I was like, okay, you really have no faith in your son.
No, he doesn't.
But then he was told that, no, there's a possibility and stuff that he's alive. And then he went in and said, if he had been better, he would not have been captured. I'm like, anyone can be captured. You sent him in enemy territory against odds that, like, you could not win in London. You left him there with barely any men, facing a guy like Thorkell. And then, I mean, you learn that he's been surrounded and he could still be alive, but you write him off as dead and you're like, well, he should have been better. Dude, that's bullshit. That's unfair, and that screams to me that was the goal all along, to have him killed.
In any case, if Canute was better to begin with, I don't think they would have left him alone.
I mean, the thing is, he's really young, but this is a time period where even if you're like, what is he, like 17, 16?
Yeah,
something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
You should have some battle experience. Like, I know that the whole, kings and stuff, like, they don't necessarily have to, but if they value strength, he should have brought his son on the battlefield a long time ago and taught him how to fight. But it's like he gave up on him years ago. Maybe when he saw that, he's quiet and he doesn't say anything, like he lets us rule over him, he doesn't do shit, he's weak, and he showed prospect in fields that he had no fucking interest in, like cooking, which I think is a great skill, and like teach him how to hunt. He'd be great at survival. Like it could be really useful, and it shows discipline, it shows passion, it's interest. Like it's not bad.
It's beneath his role as a prince of Denmark, which is totally. Well, I do think that it is bullshit, because you should be able to fend for yourself, especially in those times. Even today's.
Thorfinn values strength.
Nobility is gonna be different.
Thorfinn values strength, and he was like, I don't think it's a bad thing to know how to cook. Like, he himself has been providing for himself for years, because no one is gonna feed him in that camp. He's had to do it himself. So someone who can do that, he's gonna be like, yeah, no, there's no way I'm gonna think it's weak. Like, it's great.
That is status and social class for you.
It's just a different way to see things. Like royalty, the things that Svein values are different. But instead of trying to teach his son, he completely rejected him. He, like Canute was trying to impress him, and he was shut down every time. He feels unwanted. He's looking up at the sky. He's talking about fathers. He's saying all fathers love their children, which resonates with Thorfinn, because he also thinks about his dad all the time. Which, by the way, dude, you are in no position to criticize people who think of the dead after they're gone, because you think of your dead years later, just in a different way, but still.
But that's his dad. That's not somebody else's dad.
In any case, but yeah, hearing Canute talk about fathers, and you see in his face that he says that, and he should believe that, but he knows that it's not true, because his own father doesn't give a shit, is really sad, and he really tried. But what do you expect? Like, if you reject a child and you don't support their passions and their interests, why should they try to follow your passions and interests? Like, you don't create a bond between you and your son. He's not going to be close to you. He's not going to want to learn more from you. He's going to try to prove to you that he's capable, but you keep rejecting him. He's going to give up at one point, and he'll just shut his mouth and stay in his corner so that you're not angry. So, like, I mean, maybe he had no interest in war and all of that, which is definitely possible. You can be like Thorkell and love war for the sake of loving war. You can also, fight because you have to, because it's your duty, and because you need to save people. That's something that can come with age. Doesn't mean, it's not because he doesn't like it that he's going to be a failure at it. And he could be a great politician, but you got to give him his chance. If you reject him from the get-go, he's never going to learn.
Yeah, but when you're looking for strength from the get-go, and you got someone who is more raffiné, on va dire.
Refined,
yeah, thank you. You're gonna just pass by and just don't look at it. Don't look at him, basically.
It's because at the end of the day, it's not a family, it's a fucking institution. It's about kings and princes and crowns. It's about status. It's not about a father that loves his son. It's about a king that needs to prepare the future king. So if you're not, doing a job, well, you're not worth it. And he's such a sweet kid. He doesn't deserve this. Connect with Thorfinn. Although now you both don't have fathers.
You don't have a choice now.
Askeladd is the only one around, and you can't trust him, because no one in this camp can trust him. They just don't know it. Thorfinn is the only one who's wary, and Thorkell is coming too, so but Ragnar, man, it's gonna be really sad next episode. He just opened up. He was starting to be more social, and he was, being nicer, and he was open to people, and now he's gonna close up again.
No, I got Thorfinn. I think he's gonna be fine.
He just lost his father figure.
What I want to see though is I want to see them connect, because they both lost their father, basically.
Yep.
But knowing Canute is gonna be
Canute.
Canute.
Canute. Sorry, French.
Canute. Knowing him, I think he's gonna be able to show forgiveness.
Well, he's gonna think it's the English.
True.
So I don't know. But Thorfinn definitely knows what
his reaction is gonna be completely different from what we are used to with Thorfinn, and I think that Thorfinn's gonna maybe learn something from that.
Either that, or he's gonna help Canute go through that grief in a certain way. Although he hasn't gone through his own grief. But yeah, still, I'm glad that little girl survived. She got to a safe place, and now she sent Thorkell after them. And I actually like what you said about, like I said, Ragnar probably went, well, I mean, he's Christian, so he probably went to heaven, but the fact that he still reached for his sword in the end might mean that deep down he still had,
You go back to your
he's
roots.
still connected with, like, his old religion, his old culture, which is really good
But I mean,
and interesting.
To me, it
considering
looked like he was reaching for his axe.
he was
or
reaching
his
for a
sword.
weapon, yeah. Well, but I think it's interesting because they kept mocking him for, you know, having changed and all of that, but maybe deep down he was still the same man. Like, switching religions doesn't necessarily mean you change. It's just you believe in different things. Like, even the priest right now, he's asking questions. Like, when you're not getting any signs, when you're not getting any answers to your questions, and you feel helpless, like, yeah, you'll be questioning. And Canute is staying strong. He's showing strength in that moment. Like, no, you gotta believe, you gotta have faith. But I can't blame anyone for seeking answers somewhere else.
You will be asking questions when you're facing tragedy, like endless murder of innocent people, of children, babies. You're gonna ask why my God is doing this.
Athelstan and Ragnar went through the same thing in Vikings. They did not get answers from their gods, so they checked for answers elsewhere, and for a while they found what they needed in the other religion, and eventually some of them went back. Like Ragnar never really let go of his gods, except that they never really helped him, so you kind of rebelled against them, but it's like he never really converted. I mean, he did, but not really. And Athelstan, like, for a while he found his place with the Vikings and the Norse mythology, and then later he went back. Like, it's all about going with what gives you the most relief, the most answers, like where you feel the best. So with Ragnar, maybe he converted for whatever reasons and he found relief there, but deep down he never really let go of his culture.
Maybe.
Anyway, but yeah, did not see that coming, but we should have. I'm excited about next episode. It's gonna be grief. It's gonna be filled with grief for Canute. Poor kid.
He's been through a lot.
His fucking dad, man, I can't. He needs to die. Thorfinn, please help him. Okay.
How do you want Thorfinn to help someone if he cannot help himself?
Sometimes it's easier to help others than to help yourself.
True.
I mean, yeah, you're the person from the outside. You look inside the situation, but you're not affected by it, so it's easier to help someone through that. It's easy to say to someone what to do, but to follow it yourself,
Different story.
yeah. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next 2 episodes right away, they are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
And if not, the one should be soon out on YouTube.
Yes.
So we're gonna see you then,
Next
guys.
week. Next week.
See you soon.
Bye.